that you're participating in a televised debate next to Gordon Campbell and Carol James, MVP. You have 1 minute to focus the public's attention on why they should vote green. It's 2 weeks to the election. What do you say to the voters of British Columbia?
I think we'll just go right on back.
Jim, perhaps we could actually start rotating the, so for example, Nell Sylvain would speak next and we would rotate the speakers list. And does that make sense?
That's fine with me. So each time we'll start out one beyond.
Okay.
And this will work. Or it won't.
Okay, go. Fellow British Columbians, who would you rather vote for? Sylvain Zimmerman, who has a degree in oceanography and ecology, who has intrinsic knowledge about the ins and outs of global warming, the most pressing issue facing the planet today, or people who are used to reading their press releases? I would say you should vote Green because the Green Party is there to save the environment. We're not beholden to any special interest groups. We are beholden to the people. That is the only special interest group that interests us. We do not accept donations from corporations like the NDP and the Liberals do, each equally being donated to by Kofi in the last election, which enables them to have such huge budgets. We are a party of the people, for the people, and we are, for grassroots democracy, the only party on the planet that is for grassroots democracy. We are also a global party. You can trust us. This was terrible. Sorry.
So I think the reason that people need to vote for the BC Green Party is because the BC Green Party is the only party that has substantive, practical solutions to the problems that face us. We're a party that owns the environment. Everybody else tries to adopt the language of the Green Party in terms of the environment, but we are the party that understands the environment. We understand the relationship between the environment and the economy. They're inseparable. And it's a fallacy that has preceded us, that they've tried to be separated, and we're borrowing from the ecology in order to sustain an unsustainable environment. And so if the people of BC really want change, and they really want progress toward a more sustainable society, the only party that can bring that to the table is the Green Party of BC. And we're the only party that will follow through on our promises. We're the only party that will make sure that BC understands what is happening in their province.
May I say that was a much better answer, Jane?
Thanks so much.
Right on time. Fantastic question before I start.
Yeah, good question.
We going? So what you see before you is two sides of a bargaining table. And this has been the situation British Columbians have been facing for a number of years. We see the management side and we see the worker side. But who represents British Columbia? This is a question I've found myself asking year after year ever since I was a young man, and I haven't really found the answer. We sort of flip from the left to the right and then back again, and all we see is this partisanship and positioning and political gerrymandering and speech writing. But yet, you know, what we don't see is real practical solutions and representation for the public interest. I get involved in the Green Party because I believe an ecological worldview is necessary. I believe a voice for the future is necessary, and I haven't seen the solutions in government. As much as I would like to believe that if we continue down one road or the other, we're going to get to a better world, the reality is that our current path is unsustainable, and everything we're doing right now is tantamount to rearranging the deck chairs in the Titanic unless we really take serious action. The good news is, though, is that there is a lot of real solutions that are out there, and we've got those solutions. Go to our website, greenparty.bc.ca. Thank you very much.
Good job, Ben.
Okay, I promise to do my best to bring democratic government to British Columbia, where the government of BC is actually working for the people of British Columbia. Not working for, but doing what the people of British Columbia want. We've already voted for STV, so I would say that should be in today. If people want the right to have referendums, I say let's have a vote on that. Let's set up citizens' assembly. There are many different kinds of referendums, from light to heavy, and we can find a system that we think works for us. And if If it doesn't work, we can change it. If the people want the right to referendums, bring it in. If we want our forests protected, if the people of BC want the forests of BC protected, then that's what's going to happen. The people of BC will decide, not the corporations. If people want to deal with the homeless problem, we've got the money. We know what to do. Mr. Campbell just had a $4 billion surplus last year. People are still living on the streets. I would call that close to murder.
All right. No harm done. No candidates were heard during this production.
Yeah.
So far.
Well, Mr. Campbell and Ms. James, it's been a pleasure to debate you tonight. And citizens of British Columbia, it is time for change. The Green Party of BC has been here for 25 years. We understand the environment, we provide expertise on the environment, and we understand the economy. We have evolved to the point where you can trust us and elect us. If you want expertise on climate change, vote Green. If you want government to implement taxes and provide grants to businesses and small businesses to reduce pollution, vote Green. If you believe that change is a critical component of democracy, vote Green. Thank you for your support, and I look forward to seeing you in the legislature in 2009.
Good job, Damien.
That was a great question. And what was your name, sir?
Randy Frost.
Randy Frost. Okay, when you ask a question, introduce yourself, because I don't know a lot of you, and some of you may not know each other. The gentleman just this